Okay, young men. And you are young men, you know. This is your first important rite of passage. You graduated from middle school yet? Not yet. Any day now, right? Yeah. But this is a rite of passage that defines you as men. Is that scary? But it just happens, right? All of a sudden it just happens. And I want to just follow up a little bit on what Kristen said so beautifully and so meaningfully. Because here's what I'm afraid of and sure of at the same time. That a lot of what you experienced today you won't remember. Like, do you remember when you were baptized? How many of you remember when you were baptized? No, because you were probably about this big, right? But that baptism that happened to you tells you who you are. And what I love about the reading for today, we usually don't have confirmation on this particular Sunday, but these are the readings for this Sunday. You might say, well, they're not really very good confirmation readings. And yet I thought about the reading. Did you hear the reading that I shared about the man who was possessed by about 6,000 demons? That's what the word legion means. 6,000. He was possessed by 6,000 demons. And people didn't know what to do with him. They were afraid of him. And they kind of pushed him outside. And then when Jesus heals him, he loves being freed so much that he just wants to hold on to Jesus. He wants to stay with him. And Jesus says to him, here's your job now. Go tell your story. And I thought that's a perfect image, like Kristen said, about what it means for you guys now as young men in the faith. Go tell your story. Don't tell somebody else's story. That's not yours. Yours is a good story. Yours is an important story, one that, as you already said, you'll continue to figure out, that you'll add chapters to as time goes by. What defines you? I was talking to somebody earlier this week, and I said to them that what we believe in the church is that water is thicker than blood. This baptismal water defines you, as it defines every single one of us, that we belong to God, and that's your story. And it has specifics for each of you, right? But all Jesus asks of you on this important day is that you tell your story. Tell the people who are part of that story. Tell what it means to you, even as you continue to figure that out. I heard, even as you struggle with questions, because guess what? I've been doing this job for 35 years now. I still have questions. My dear friend Scott, I don't understand the Trinity either. So I'm right there with you. We share these questions, and that's okay. It's okay to struggle with the questions and to share what you believe are answers or what's most important in the midst of those questions. Just, here's my ask of you and all of our ask of you is to just tell your story and tell about the people in that story. And what I want you to remember is that this is the most important story that defines you. It's not what other people say about you. That's not the true story. It's not even the story that you sometimes tell yourself, right? Because we all have that story too. I'm not as smart as some people. I'm not as good looking as some people. I'm not as athletic as some people. That's not your story. Your story is that you are a beautiful child, that you are precious to God. And even as you celebrate this rite of passage into manhood today and to becoming responsible for continuing to nurture your life of faith and stay on that path, you're still a child, because I am too. Because we all are, because we need God in our lives. And this story defines you. And as much as our relationship together as pastor and confirmands has been wonderful and life-giving, to me I mean, and hopefully also to you, that's part of our story. That's part of what defines us, the grace that we share with one another. So I also thought that the words of Paul were particularly relevant for you guys today. He says, as many of you as were baptized into Christ have clothed yourself with Christ. So that's why they wear the white robes, because that's a symbol of them being clothed with Christ. But that, after the service, you'll take the white robe off. But Christ will still be with you, and you'll still be clothed with Christ. Each of you, Brennan, Johnny, Scott, Jack, Ethan, Ian, each of you is a miracle and a gift.